As a Muslim, understanding this one verse would either make you a strong believer or a disbeliever. Quran 3:7. He is the one who sent down to you the book. In it are verses that are precise. They are the foundation of the book, and others are unspecific. As for those in whose heart is deviation, they follow what is unspecific, seeking discord and seeking its interpretation. Remember, there are verses in the Quran that has a word that has many different meanings. And depend on what you choose for its meaning is going to determine what the verse is saying. And sometimes what you choose for that word can contradict another verse down the line. For example, Quran 4:34. As for those from whom you fear ill conduct, advise them, 1. Forsake them in bed, and daraba them. Daraba has many different meanings. So if you were to choose that daraba means strike her, it's going to contradict the next verse, which is Quran 2:231. Do not retain them to harm them, so that you transgress. And whoever does that have wronged himself. Remember, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala commands us to not retain women to harm them. Darabaing them is harming them. Now, before you say, oh, the Prophet of Allah said you can't leave a mark, there's no point in striking her if you're not, if it's not supposed to leave a mark. Why do I say this? If she's already disobeying you, there's a problem. If you warned her, she didn't listen. You forsook her in bed, she still didn't change. That means there's a disconnect. Invoking your tyranny on her and striking her is gonna do nothing but breed resentment. So what you chose for that word for daraba contradicted another verse. This is what I mean. And there's another example where Christians keep misinterpreting this verse. When Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says to Jesus in Quran 3:35, indeed I will take you and raise you to myself. And they're like, take you, as in Allah says, I will cause you to die. No. Yatawaffa has two different meanings. Allah uses it in this verse too, Quran 39:42. Allah takes the soul at the time of their death, and those who do not die during their sleep. Yatawaffa have been used in two different contexts. Depends on what you choose here, it is going to determine whether or not it contradicts another verse. If you chose that yatawaffa means death, it's going to contradict the verse of Quran 4:157. They did not kill him, nor did they crucify him. Remember, if you chose the word death for yatawaffa when it comes to Jesus, you're contradicting Quran 4:157. Understanding the fact that certain verses has many different meanings, and depending on what you choose for that meaning is going to determine whether or not you contradict another verse or not, is very imperative. What do I mean by this? I say daraba when it comes to your wife is separate. Separate is talaq. And there's a whole chapter on how to talaq, on how to separate. There's a whole chapter about it, right? That is not for no reason. Darabaing them goes against the verse where Allah says don't retain women to harm them. Striking them is harming them. So this is what I do. You don't need to do this. This is what I do. And I hope Allah is pleased with me. What I do is I trust the AI far more than the sheikhs. Why? Because the AI doesn't have an opinion. All I need to do is tell it, yo, tell me what the verse is saying. And if the verse has a word that has many different meanings, don't translate the meaning of what you think the verse is saying. Give me the word in Arabic and let me see what the verse is saying. I will see the translation, the meanings of that word, and then I will choose a word that is fit, that I think is fit for that verse, so it doesn't contradict another verse. Use your own thinking. No one is bearing the burden for you. Allah says in the Quran, no bearer of burdens will bear the burden of another, and it is said countless times. So take responsibility for your own fate, people. Now, if you want to learn more about how to dismantle these dumb myths that these people keep creating against Islam, visit Al-Haq. That's my database. Any question that you might have is already answered. And no, it's not my opinion. I answer it from the Quranic verses. So if you disagree with me, you're not disagreeing with me, you're disagreeing with Allah.